Hey, I'm Luna. Today I am filming a video that I personally needed when I was younger, and I'm doing this because I don't see many videos like this talking about this on YouTube today, and I think that there are people out there who still need videos like this. What I'm talking about today is loving yourself despite not necessarily liking some qualities of yourself. I am an introvert, and when I was younger, when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, I was an introvert in a world where I had never heard the word introvert and I never understood what that meant. And I thought that there was something wrong with me, and I thought that I was shy, and I thought that I could change that. I thought that I had to change that to succeed in society, because at least Western society is so extrovert oriented that if you are not extroverted, there is this stigma around being introverted, and people think that you're not going to excel in life just because you are the life of the party. When I was younger, before I knew a whole lot about psychology, I thought that the world was divided up into two types of people, and I'm not going to get too deep into this because I believe this to an unhealthy degree. That isn't the point of this video, but basically, I believed that there were populars and non-populars, and populars had life easy and non-populars didn't. And I know that that sounds cliche. I know that that sounds like the plot of every Disney Channel movie basically ever, but in middle school it was serious to me, and it was really how I viewed the world, and I really wanted to change myself because I thought of myself as a not popular person, and I thought that my life would be harder because I wasn't extroverted, I wasn't bubbly, I wasn't the center of attention all the time. And I really wanted to change that about myself. But the thing is, it was exhausting to try to be something that I was not. I let the popular kids copy off of my work in school constantly because I thought that eventually it would be enough and they would invite me outside of school to do fun activities with them. But that never happened. I finally realized when I was 13, about to turn 14, that if I was meant to be popular, it would have already happened. And then I looked at the people around me, the people that I talked to on a daily basis, the people who didn't care about the popularity contest that was middle school, and I really started to appreciate them more, and I became happier as a person. So my advice to anyone who is struggling with their place in society, especially if you are in middle school or high school, my advice to you is to appreciate the people around you who accept you for who you are, because those are the people that are going to matter 10 years from now. And the people who are popular, they aren't going to matter 5, 10 years from now. And I promise you, it gets better after school, but it doesn't magically get better. You have to work on yourself for your life to get better. And I'm saying this because at age 18, 19, when I was fresh out of high school, when I had moved to a new town to start college, I wasn't as happy as I thought that I would be. I wasn't working on bettering myself, and I just expected everything to magically get better, but things don't magically get better. And I'm not saying this to make anyone sad or put anyone down. Things get better when you change your environment, but just changing your environment is not going to change your life. You have to have the willpower to change your life, and that's something that I learned when I turned 20. And suddenly I really wanted to change my life, I just didn't know how, and it comes from within. I'm lucky enough to say that I learned to love myself when I was 14, 15 years old. I know people who have not learned how to love themselves and they're 30, 40 years old. And I recognize that I'm lucky that I learned how to love myself at 15. It's not something that you can read about in books and learn. It's something that you have to live through. You have to live through not liking yourself, and then you have to live through society's judgment, and then you have to come out of the other side and say, I don't care about that anymore. I am important, and I'm important enough to put what society thinks about me to the other side and live how I want to live. This could be about anything, but for me, my biggest struggle was my introversion. I thought that I was shy and I thought that I could change myself, and in middle school, I spent at least an hour a day Googling how to change my personality. And I didn't find anything helpful, I didn't find anything useful, but at the same time, I didn't find anyone who was actively trying to tell me how to love myself either. So basically, Googling all that stuff was just a big waste of time, which is one reason why I'm making this video right now. Our society, or at least American society, is so extrovert oriented. We introverts assume that we're gonna have to settle for a job that we don't necessarily like and for a love that isn't our true love just because we're not the center of attention all the time, and that's not true. The stereotype is the millionaire extrovert who influences people and has a lot of charm and has a lot of charisma, and that's not always the case. A lot of really famous influencers, entertainers, politicians, they're introverts, but they do know how to influence people because they've been through life in a way that I feel like a lot of extroverts haven't really been through. They know how to push the buttons in people to make people react in the way that they want people to react in, and that's what's important. I know I got pretty vague and kind of deep there, but I think that the right person can see what I meant. If you're out there and you're young and you're scared about what type of job you're going to have in the future because you think that extroverts are going to get all of the most desirable jobs, that's not true. Most prestigious jobs don't involve a popularity contest, but if you are put into a job that involves some sort of popularity contest in the future and you don't like that, you have 100% power in your life to change that. I don't really know the average age of the people who are gonna watch this video, but I do remember being 13 and counting up the years until I finally turned 18 and the things that mattered in school wouldn't matter so much. And I just want to say to hold on. It might seem like that's so far in the future, but I promise it's not as far as you think it is, and it's not going to take as long as you think it is. Hang around the people that make you happy, do the things that you like doing, and don't care so much about the rest of the people who are trying to take advantage of you are the people who you don't quite mesh with, because those people might be more popular than you, but after you graduate, it's not gonna matter. Be who you want to be, because it doesn't matter what the minor characters in your life think. And I know that that sounds harsh. If you don't talk to a certain group of people a whole lot and you feel like they're trying to feed off of you, whether it's answers to homework like what I was going through in middle school, or no matter what it is, if you feel like they're taking more than they're giving, you don't really need those kinds of people in your life. A mistake that I made in middle school especially was that I didn't value the people who were already in my life enough. I didn't value the people who already cared about me because I was too busy looking across the room at the people who were laughing the loudest and wishing that I was in that group, that I didn't give recognition to the people who already cared about me. And that was a big mistake that I made that I hope that the people watching this video right now don't make. I hope that this video has helped someone, because I know that I needed a video like this when I was 13. And again, like I said, I haven't really seen a whole lot of channels make content like this, giving advice to people who are still in school and haven't graduated from high school yet. So if you liked this video, please give it a like. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this and fashion related content, and maybe some early 2000s nostalgia, because that's kind of my brand. Anyway, remember to be capable and stay beautiful. Real quick, I also wanted to say that just because you're an introvert, that doesn't mean that you can't improve on your public speaking skills, and I think that that comes with time. So If you're socially awkward right now and you're 15, that doesn't mean that you're going to be socially awkward forever. Anyway, like I said, I hope that you enjoyed this video.